Yo, what's happening, baby? This is a Flaming Sword Musing, and I'm Musing. All these sports have their GOAT. You know what I'm saying? They're number one. NBA is called the GOAT. And in all of these sports, that status is up for debate, except for one sport. And that one sport is football. And ever since they've been making lists about the greats, that number one on that list has been one person, Jim Brown, from the Cleveland Browns. Revolutionary brother, philosophy major, one of the coldest runners. His running style ain't pretty, but it's pretty watching him run with his long, powerful strides and his uncanny balance. One of the scariest runners to play the game. And one of the things that made Jim Brown so scary was his habit of getting up from tackles slowly. No matter how hard he was hit, no matter how that takedown occurred, he got up slowly. He laid down, relaxed, laid there for a second, and then proceeded to rise slowly. And this turned out to be very intimidating and very morally debilitating for the other teams because, not only were they laying heavy hits on him, but he was the primary focus of the team every year. And he's Jim Brown. Jim Brown is the only man to record 100 yards for every game that he played. So even smacking up against him, if you do get him down, you damaging yourself as much. Imagine Adrian Peterson, Eddie George, Jerome Bettis, them players that even if you do get them down, it's going to take a toll on you. So it's very debilitating for the other teams because eventually things just reached a point where they didn't know if they got a good lick in on him. They didn't know if he was tired. They didn't know if he was shook up. None of that. And that's what I would like to talk about a little bit, like mastering your pace and how you move and not letting circumstances dictate how you move and when you move and where you move to. You got players in the NBA like Tim Duncan and Kawhi Leonard. Like, you see them do things and, they don't seem like they're exploding into their moves, but their moves are unhindered. They just go about it. Tim Duncan, bank shot. You know what I'm saying? Bank shot, bank shot. He just do the same thing, bank shot. Come to the lane, move, post up. You know what I'm saying? Hard screen. Run off the screen, post up, bank shot. Like, it seems like nothing interrupts his flow. Just like Kawhi Leonard, he had that about him as well. It just seemed like nothing interrupted his flow. Hard fouls, nothing. Just played through them like they didn't even happen. And that has a debilitating effect. So if you go through life with that and you set a pace for yourself, manage your pace, move at your own pace, And because like sometimes you try to speed up and do things a different, and sometimes you just have to let your blessings catch up to you. Sometimes you can be certain that something is in the cards for you, or that something is made for you, and you push yourself a little bit faster than the process dictates. And a lot of the people around you, they see that. A lot of people around you understand when you're acting under duress versus whether you're moving according to how you feel you should move. And one of the keys to intimidation is to not betray that to them. To always stay consistent and to move the same way, irregardless of what's going on. And when people hit you with them hard files, and you just lay back with your arm behind your head and look at them before you get up, and go line back up behind that offensive line, and that defense looking at you, and they can't tell whether you tired, hurt, and they know that it's a whole game going on. It's gonna break them down. I hope you guys have gotten something from this. Once again, this is a Flaming Sword Musing, and I'm Musing Khan. Be blessings and be blessed. One.